take a look at a few photographs I've polished up here. First one here is an old Girl Scout hut, and the cyan emulsion has just disappeared, leaving bright red together. So I take a few steps to that. One here I'm removing a lot of the red first, and then adding more to the green colors in the photograph. Next step, we'll increase the saturation of all the colors by just about 20% there, and then I'm going to brighten it up so you can see some of the people inside there. Notice the lighting just isn't good underneath the porch. That's what happened there. Now, another step I take a lot is removing damage done to the slide. These green spots are where the emulsion has been damaged. And I'll use the clone tool to get rid of that big one there. And then the healing tool to just quickly get rid of the spots. That's a pretty fast device to use, but boy, you can just spend all day on a photo. I typically spend, on average, about half a minute to a minute on each photo, which means I'll spend 5 minutes on some and just a few seconds on others. Here's another, either a scratch or something happened in the emulsion, and I'm repairing that with a combination of the clone tool, and first one there was the spot healing tool. There's the clone tool to get fine-tune things, make my brush real small. And damage to that one, and then somewhere else also on that sign. You know, first priority is to get rid of the big scratches, and then the little dots, and of course take care of anything on people's faces or on their bodies even. That draws a lot of attention to there. So here we have another similar piece of damage on the O, but then another damaged item right there where it seems to all of the emulsion maybe have disappeared. So once we're done with that, we'll zoom back out and take a look. We're going to create a new layer here. The reason I'm doing that is I want to brighten the entire photograph, but I don't want to brighten up that glare on the roof. So first, create a new layer, brighten the entire photograph, and then remove the top of the roof part from the new layer, so it won't be quite so bright. Still got a lot of glare up there, but that's the way the photo was taken. So good chance to leave it just like that. Got some damage here to the roof. Just discoloration of sort. Going to toss the clone tool on there. You can see it leaves a blur. So it's not always desirable to do that. Looking up close, now that's one thing. I'll be repairing a lot of the damage that's visible pretty much at 100%. But if you zoom in any closer on these, you're going to find many spots and scratches and things. But when doing things in bulk, trying to just get things presentable so you can enjoy them on your web browser or in small print. Next, we'll going to bring out a little more of the color in the Girl Scout Center just by saturating with a brush there. Make that, as I say, pop a little bit. I'm not sharpening that at all, but there you go. That's our original, and you can see all the damage there, and that's the after I've treated it in Photoshop. Another photo here is one of an old bus. Now again, the cyan has been evaporated, if you will, so I'll do pretty much the same thing. Add some green, or emphasize the green, and tone down the red quite a bit. I play around with it a lot, and it's not always very easy and direct. You can see there's green in the tires, really shouldn't have that, but if we spent more time we'd be able to take care of that. But I'll saturate all the colors and just kind of make the green pop there. Now I'm noticing it in the tires, but throughout the bus. It really kind of stands out. Certainly doesn't look as good as new, but you could tell it's a 1940s, 50s era charter bus. A few little things you can do to make it stand out a little more, kind of brighten that photo a bit, and pretty soon going to work on that charter sign a bit. It's nice, but it just isn't really standing out. So I'll take my brighten brush, use a brush that'll lighten things up. Here, I'll get it, there we go. Make it nice and small, just the right size so I don't damage the green, and then brighten up the charter. And also wash the front of the bus a little bit, give it a little more pop. Boy, looking at these photos, it makes me feel so nostalgic. I don't think I ever rode on one this old, but it's really neat to kind of look at the good old days. Just shine things up there. There's the original photo once again. Now, if you were to look at this on your slide projector, you'd probably think it's a dud. It's not going to be any good. But as you can see, it's beautiful.